Do straight men have a sexy underwear problem?
No, we don't.
Don't worry, be happy, get naked.
And this time, Pussy grabs back. Coming up today on The Point. Hello and welcome to The Point, the only talk show bringing gay and straight men together to see what happens. And sadly, Ori is away this week on vacation, but the upside is we have a special guest co-host, actor and fashionista, Danesh Hanbury.
Hello, thank you. Thank you very much.
And Danesh, we're going to get into fashion a little later in the program, but tell us a little bit about what you do and the stuff on Instagram that you do.
So my Instagram is sort of a venue for me to work with people and style people. I'm very much more focused on a classic men's look, more suited, more work involved.
Let's talk. I want to talk to you about
We will
this.
talk. I will style you. I'll dress you.
I mean, there's not much
fantastic.
else you can really do. Pretty perfect, but
It's true. It's true. It's just a little adding. You know,
Fair enough.
Just pop. Yes.
And what's your how do people find you on Instagram?
Instagram is Danesh Hanbury. It's very easy. I'm hoping they'll put a little link on the bottom.
It'll be
with
underneath
everything,
you.
right here.
Yeah.
Come take a look. If you like what you see, get in touch with me. We'll talk about styling.
Cool. And like I said, we will talk a little bit more about fashion and how to help Doug later in the program.
He's literally wearing a t-shirt.
yeah, but an Eagle shirt.
I don't
I don't
actually
get it.
understand that shirt.
Watch 8 seasons of Scrubs.
I
Don't
watched
worry about the ninth
Scrubs.
season.
Oh, I see.
Oh, is that like the Zach Braff and? Oh, okay. I don't remember that.
It
I'm
was
wearing
like
a
a
spe-
runner for 8 years on the show.
Oh,
Oh, you know.
I'm wearing a special T-shirt today,
You are.
which brings us to our first talking point: inaugural balls and Pussyhats.
That should have been your intro right there.
Inaugural ball. Well, there were Donald was at all of his inaugural balls with Melania, and of course after.
Melania.
Well, the day after the inauguration was also the Women's March. In fact, I almost named the talking point, and now the end is near. And the reason why is I happened to be watching the news that night, and they showed a clip of one of the inaugural balls. I don't know if it was the Freedom Ball or the Liberty Ball.
Monster ball.
I've never seen somebody revel in saying ball and balls as much as you.
Well, that's what they are. They're balls. It's Donald and his balls. Well, so he gives a little speech, and then he and Melania have the first dance, which I actually think is kind of a weird custom anyway. It's like getting married or something.
Right.
But the orchestra strikes up, and I don't realize what song it is they're dancing to when the singer starts singing. The singer starts singing, and now the end is near.
Stop.
And so I face the final curtain. It's my way. But I'm like, that's really bad.
It's foreshadowing, really.
Or brilliant.
But of course, when they get to the chorus, but much more than this, I did it my way, Donald is like singing into Melania's ear. And I thought, this really isn't about bringing the country together.
No.
This is Donald Trump saying, I did it my way.
My way. Yeah.
And he's continuing to do it his way. I'm just going to throw it out there first. So much has happened in the first week, but is there anything
I think he's
that...
doing a great job. Come and get me, internet.
Yeah.
No. Obviously, it's.
I mean, we're shooting this right after the whole thing with the ban on green card holders, legal immigrants from
the
coming back
7
into
Muslim
the
countries, yeah.
Yeah. It's shocking to me. I watch the news and I can't believe this has happened. And in fact, this is the first time, and maybe some people get mad at me for this, but this is the first, I remember George W. Bush as president. And I didn't agree with him, and I certainly didn't like the way he was put into office with the Supreme Court recount stuff, but I still wanted him to succeed, because if he succeeds, the country succeeds. This is the first time I actually want the president not to succeed.
Because his agenda is to divide and to oppress, right? So, like, George W. Bush, though an idiot, and, you know, maybe not somebody who's can really come up with the best policies, he ultimately wanted what was best for the whole country, you know? But Trump doesn't want that. He wants only the best for certain people, and he wants to restrict others, and he wants to divide people apart. So if he succeeds, it's to the detriment of the union, right?
And of course, some of the things he's talking about, okay, so he was angry that more people went to the Women's March than went to the
He's
inauguration.
probably angry that more people voted for
according to
Hillary
him,
than
that's
for
not
him.
entirely true. That's the other situation. He thinks that he had like millions of people at his inauguration. So the problem is he's such a strong narcissist that he's not even willing to admit what is truth. I mean, and that's a whole other issue. And I think that's another reason why people want him to see him fail, is because when you have someone who's like, he's like a caricature of an evil character on a movie.
Oh, absolutely.
And
yeah.
you want them to fail, like you want them to fail. And you're looking at him and you don't want him to succeed, you want him to be destroyed in the most horrific way, because that'll give you some pleasure, because he's just bad.
But a villain, in that kind of, to take that metaphor, you love to hate,
Yeah.
right? But I'm not loving hating.
No, well, because it's real.
Well, you love, yeah, exactly.
This
You
is
love
real.
to hate
This
in a
is
movie
real.
because it's a fake character, and it's like, how are they gonna get out of this one? Yeah. But in it's sort of like, oh, we're all gonna die. You know, it's not as exciting and up on the screen and separate in real life.
And you said earlier, poor Melania.
Yeah, like there's a thing online, like a GIF of her. I mean,
It's a GIF.
Of him.
Oh my god, yeah.
Facts.
Him looking back at her and she's smiling, and then he turns away and her face just goes.
Because he says something.
Yeah, we should get that on screen
Yeah.
so people can see it, because
But it's just like, it's heartbreaking to see her face just go like.
yeah.
The thing is, though, I feel like she didn't sign up for this. Like, she
No,
was, you know what I
yeah.
mean? Like, she's like, there's all
She
these
just wanted a
memes
sugar
of,
daddy, and
yeah,
now
like all
she's
these memes
fucked.
are being like, when you want a sugar daddy and then you become the first lady, and her face is just like she's just like not.
Well, when he got out before the inauguration, he gets out of the limo, and he and Melania are supposed to meet Barack and Michelle Obama,
Right.
and he doesn't wait for her.
I know.
She's like 20 feet behind him.
And then both of their hands on her back is just like.
Yeah.
they're like, oh
So
girl,
cute.
good luck.
Yeah.
And then, of course, there's the weird thing with the Tiffany box.
Oh yeah,
Did you guys see the video of them, the
About his daughter's
voiceovers? It's the
vagina.
funniest thing. I was laughing.
Oh, the bad
forever.
lip reading?
Yeah.
Yes, I know.
That was so funny.
You should check out bad
Yeah,
lip
check-
reading, the inauguration, but of course after you watch this show. Of course, some people were making a joke with the Tiffany box that it was actually Melania giving her speech back to
Yeah.
Michelle.
Oh yeah, that was great.
Or like a note being like, help me. Like, yeah.
Of course, there was some positive that came out of it, which was the Women's March.
I mean,
sort of
yeah, it's positive, but it's
my
like
T-shirt.
heartbreaking.
Well,
I like that it was peaceful and like there was
Yeah.
like nobody's getting shot and stuff.
And I think what's great about that is that's sort of strengthens the message. It's sort of like, look, there are millions of us around the world that are going to come out and march, and we are here because of these issues, not because, oh, it's a gang of people, let's just
But I
start
feel
causing
like
shit in the
anytime
streets.
that happens,
so it's
people-
so important.
yeah, they
But
would
that's
start
what-
looting, and it's
exactly,
just like,
and that's what I'm
why?
saying
What
is
is
there
the
aren't
point?
bandwagoners who are there for separate reasons, who are just like, oh, I can get in for whatever. Like, these are people who are all there for that reason, because it's so important.
I have two questions about the Women's March. Well, three, because first, where can I get a pussy hat? I don't know where you can, and I'm not going to crochet my own. Number two, what?
I don't know
The
what
Pussyhats.
those are.
What's a pussy
I
hat?
haven't seen them.
Okay, we'll get a photo
Is
on
it
the screen.
pink?
It's pink with the cat ears.
It's like cat
Oh, that's
ears,
kinda
but
cute.
it's...
Oh, but so it's not shaped like a badge?
No. It's not that literal.
Or is it?
I thought it was like a pure labia on your head.
Hashtag pure
Pure
labia.
labia, yes. the first question is...
We have such a branding problem on our show.
As I was watching it, I thought, did all these people, number one, come out to vote? And number two, did they vote for Hillary?
Probably. She won by 3 million
I understand
votes.
that. I understand that. But if there's anybody who... Sometimes I fear that people get caught up in the excitement of a march and a rally, but... voting for Hillary was not as emotionally gratifying.
I think it's because people were babies and they didn't get the guy that they wanted, which
mean
was
like Bernie Sanders?
So they're like they're throwing a hissy fit because they didn't at that time understand the gravity of what was about to happen with Donald Trump. And now that it has literally happened in the first week, people are realizing, oh shit, okay, let's do what we have to do to shut this down. This is not a game.
I think a lot of people chose not to vote because they didn't really associate with Hillary, but I think they looked and the wall and all these issues, they're like, he's not really gonna do that. There's no way he's gonna do that. And now when they're seeing, oh wait, this actually might happen, I think people are starting to panic and realize they probably should have done something earlier.
But the second question is, okay, so the march happened, what now? Because if you just do the march and then that's it, then that's it.
Yeah.
So what are the things? And actually, the Independent in the UK did an article about 7 ways to continue to protest. Things like educating and educating others, and hopefully we're playing a role in that. Lobby your leaders in Congress. Boycott Trump. There are at least 32 ordinary retailers that carry his products.
The Bay carries his daughter's makeup and clothing, I think. That should be a first.
She has pretty good
And
stuff.
his ties and stuff.
Right. So don't buy Trump products. Give money to organizations like Planned Parenthood. If you can't give money, give time.
That was a great one, actually, that I saw this week as well, because he was reinstating the gag rule, the global gag rule on abortions, which was any organization internationally that advertises any sort of abortion services would not receive funding from the U.S. And so you see these other countries,
right,
like Canada and others, that are stepping up and saying, okay, well, you know what, we're going to fund these organizations. We're going to do that so that people who need these important services can have access to them, and so, yeah, anyway.
Yeah. And of
Giving
course,
money helps.
keep protesting, right? Because if you show up for this one big march and then it becomes...
Well, it's like at JFK, for example. As soon as he signed the ban, all the people who were showing up, protesting at JFK, the lawyers who were offering up their time, sitting there, helping anybody who was detained for free to get them in. People are mobilizing and actually doing stuff, and that's what matters. And also, especially in the States. Because I think the marches are important in Canada, in other countries around the world, because it shows to our leaders, these are the things that matter to us. This is important. These are important issues, and you better align with this. And in the States, people need to contact their congressmen, their members of whatever their whole political system is, and tell them and actually register, because just posting on social media doesn't necessarily mean anything. I mean, it helps to organize, but in reality, to make things happen, they have to know that they won't get votes if they don't support the things that you believe in.
And we know that, Trump does have supporters, and they are posting online, and it's not necessarily the truth, and yet, you kind of referenced it before.
Alternative facts.
Alternative facts, courtesy of Kellyanne Conway.
I love her.
You don't love her. You love her as that villain that you love to hate.
Yeah.
Wait,
Like an ant.
so
I couldn't believe
because
that.
I still don't understand what that means. I'm so confused. I feel like it's like the English wording.
An alternative fact is a lie that someone will not admit is a lie.
So to give me an example.
Okay, so
I just don't get it.
Okay,
I don't,
so
Statistics will say that this many people showed up to his inauguration, but his alternative facts are that more people showed up than what the stats are saying.
so it's
I guess.
just a lie.
yes.
It's straight up a lie, but because he's the president of the United States, he is
Right. It's the same
claiming
thing.
it.
Kellyanne Conway also, because she was asked, is doing the thing, tweeting at 3 a.m, is that presidential? Her response was, well, the president is doing it, so by definition, it's presidential. So,
Well, she has a point, I guess.
well, but is getting a blowjob from Monica Lewinsky presidential? Is
If the
If
president
he's the president.
you know, if robberies at Watergate during the Nixon administration, is that presidential?
Wait, why is he
It's about-
tweeting
it's about a
from his own
technicality.
account instead of the POTUS one?
I-
What's the difference?
Because he has this
Because he
decent
can.
brand establishment. Because he's not a president, he's a celebrity who
So he's not
is
gonna use the
worried about
POTUS
brand.
one?
No.
But you have more followers on that.
Well, he actually wants to have more followers
On
on
his own?
his than the POTUS.
He's building his own brand so that when he's
And
not
you-
in
but you were
office, he will
telling
have
me-
those followers.
You
still.
were telling me that there's this Twitter account that they're trying to get more.
Half onion in a bag. It's amazing.
So it's a Twitter account of a half of an onion in a bag, and they're trying to get that to have
More
more
followers than Donald Trump, yeah.
So
Is this like that thing? What was it? Like a bowl of soup or something that was like this Kickstarter or whatever?
Well-
and that raised like tens of thousands of dollars.
frankly, I would rather have half of an onion in a bag as
Exactly.
president than Donald Trump.
Sir, is it the onion is half in the bag or half of the onion is fully in the bag?
What internet are you guys on?
Do you not just say the same thing?
No, like if you take one onion and you put it partially into a
cut it
bag,
in
or
half
is it
and then you
an
put it in
onion
a
you
bag.
cut in half and then put entirely in the bag?
I consider
No,
myself
just
an
the
online
half.
guy.
Just the
man.
half.
Half fully in the bag. It's not one full onion partially in a
I feel like you
bag.
guys are running long, you know?
Oh, yeah.
half of the onion is in, half of the onion is out?
Isn't it
overwrote that
in the
joke, I
in the
feel.
bag like you're drunk?
You know, it's a little...
In the bag or half in the bag?
Half
or
in the
both
bag.
expressions?
So frankly, after the inauguration, I was
An onion?
an onion in a bag.
Is this a comedic strategy? 'Cause
I,
it's
I don't know what this. It's an alternative fact.
There you go.
It's an alternative fact.
Bad comeback.
All of his comebacks are pretty bad.
Bad.
And now it's time for Tito's midpoint.
All right, so this week we're playing On Point. We're bringing the fashion for Danesh.
Thank
So
you.
these looks are all from the People's Choice, unfortunately, because that's the earliest
The People's Choice Awards.
Awards, yes.
Yes.
The earliest award show that we have, I guess. So everyone has paddles, and you're just gonna let everyone know if you feel like the look is on point or off point.
We're having our own
That's
thing here.
basically it.
Well, they might start paddling each other. The bromance at the.
Oh, we'll talk about that later.
So first we have J-Lo. Oh, she's wearing Reem Acra.
It looks like she's wearing a dress.
I think that's beautiful.
I think it's on point. Absolutely.
Yeah, I say on point. J-Lo.
It's hard for J-Lo to not be on point,
Yeah.
right? Like,
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like this is J-Lo in a baggy sweater and some Lulus, like on
It's J-Lo with half of an onion in a bag,
But
and
I
she
will
would look fabulous.
say that
Callback.
it flattened her boobs, so it just looked weird from the side.
Oh, the side.
Yeah, it was really tight.
The side boob wasn't on point.
Yeah, it was not great.
All right.
Poor J-Lo.
Next we have Priyanka Chopra.
Also, it's hard for Priyanka Chopra
Yeah.
to look bad.
She's fire, yeah.
What is she wearing though?
She's wearing an asymmetrical crop top and coordinated fringed skirt.
Can I like hold it like
Sally
partially?
LaPointe.
Like I'm kind of
gonna
on the
say
fence.
off.
I
Honey.
don't like it.
I'm on the fence because it's like I think it's
Okay.
nice, but it also
Okay.
kind of looks like she has a towel
It's
wrapped
two
around her
pieces
after
together
a shower.
and it's just too much.
No, but I want to hear what Dinesh.
Are they actually two pieces
They're two
together?
pieces.
Or is that just
Oh no,
the
they're two
dress?
pieces
They're
separate. Yeah, they're
together?
separate.
I think she looks.
I think she looks good.
I think the color is great
It
for
looks
her.
sort of like a vagina.
What?
Like the
All right, well then it's on point.
You
for
have
me.
pussy hat in your mind right now, so it's warping.
Hashtag.
No, I really wanted to like it, but I don't.
Hashtag
Dude,
looks
I
like a
just, you know, I put it
vagina.
up,
You like
and
it?
then I like it, yeah, of
point.
course.
On point.
You know what I'm saying? Just
Next we have Blake Lively wearing Ellie Saab.
And
love
she
Blake
looks
Lively anyway.
like she's wearing a sack.
Sag.
Hold on, let me see that.
On point.
Well, actually, I think we should go to Dinesh first because he's the fat. Okay.
Me. I say on point.
Why?
It's a new take or reused take in the past of the classic black dress. The fringe just adds a little bit of motion and movement to it, and with someone with the blonde, the contrast skin tone, I think black was a good choice for her, and I think it looks really good.
technical
There you
answer.
go.
I don't know.
I don't know. People
Plus it's
disagree
Blake
with
Lively,
me.
who's great. She's married to Ryan Reynolds. She must
And
be awesome.
that's
Yeah, but we're not judging her. We're judging the
Well,
dress.
I'm letting that play into it because Tito didn't like the other one that looked like a vagina. I feel like you have a bias there.
Next we have Kristen Bell.
I love Kristen Bell. Oh.
Yes, but she's wearing a Rosario jumpsuit and it is not. She's like, okay, so
It's like they forgot to do the breast portion of it. Like we ran out of the silver
it looks
material.
like she is like Little Mermaid cups, but
I
like
love
going
Kristen
to the
Bell
ball.
so
like,
much.
No, so we're
Gonna
all
be a no for me.
we're unanimous.
Unanimous.
But so I love Kristen Bell, and I had to point out that at the Golden Globes, she looked phenomenal.
But that was not good.
Wait, is that her?
She looked-
oh, wow.
okay,
She
that's
does
on
look
point.
beautiful.
Who is that?
It's Kristen Bell
Kristen Bell.
at the Golden Globes.
Yeah.
Like I
that's,
had to show that she actually looked amazing.
that's good.
She just chose a really bad outfit for People's Choice,
But her show is so good.
What show?
The Good Place.
The Good Place. It's the best comedy on television right now.
Is it about space?
No, it's about
Heaven and Hell.
It's about heaven and hell, but it's done in a really clever, interesting way. The Good Place. Check it out.
Sounds like one of those shows.
And Ted Danson is amazing. Yeah.
Next.
Next.
Next we have Jamie Chung.
I
She's
don't
wearing
know her.
Martha Medeiros,
Let me see.
and I love it. I think
with
it's
that.
Who is
Yeah, I
that?
like that.
Jamie Chung.
Who is that?
She's an actress.
In what?
You're not
She's
providing
in
any
Once Upon a
additional-
Time.
I don't know. I don't like
I
it.
like it.
You don't?
I don't know why.
Like,
There's
I
something
feel like-
not-
I don't like it either.
You
Okay,
don't?
Danesh, why don't you like it?
I don't think the color really suits her. I think she washes out the dress.
Yeah, I do think.
I think, yeah.
I feel
And
like it's really hard for people to pull off yellow, but I
know,
think
but I
she
feel
looks
like that
great.
yellow
I
is
just
not
put my thing
strong
and then I
enough
put it
or
down.
something.
I didn't know how to leave it on.
Yeah.
So
So we know.
let's keep going.
All right, so next we have Ruby Rose wearing Veronica Beard. She's
The hair is good.
looks-
Like the hair helps, I think.
bringing Orange is the New Black
I
into her suit.
I think that is Orange is the New Ugly.
Yeah, I gotta go.
I don't like it.
I think I'm with Danesh
The
as well. It's
lip.
both.
I don't like the lip either. I just
I don't like the lipstick. Yeah, I don't like the lipstick.
not
Okay,
for,
next.
Not for that look.
Next we have Sofia Vergara in Marquesa
No.
She looks.
Oh,
yeah.
and everything.
Yeah.
Let me see. Let
Yeah.
me see.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
let me see.
I think she's the best so far.
Really?
I don't like it.
It's very simple for
It
her.
looks too like Sears to me. I don't like it.
Sears.
It does.
She's not wearing a washing machine.
Doesn't matter. It looks
Serving.
Sears to me, or the Bay, or whatever you're getting it from.
Marquesa.
I know, but it doesn't look Marquesa.
Next.
Next we have Ashley Greene wearing Jeffree Dodd,
I don't like
and
it.
I don't like this.
No.
I hate
feel like
when
it's a bad
girls wear
pose.
sequins. The sequins that change colors when you touch them. It's like, why?
She looks like a grape. She just looks
I
like
don't
a big
like
grape.
it. It looks like a purple condom to me.
There's
I'm
nothing
gonna
flattering
say
about
yes.
the
No,
dress
at
with the
all.
high collar. Yeah.
Yeah, it does
Her
nothing
arms
for
just
her
kind of
shape.
seem to be floating out.
just looks like a normal dress.
Here
But
we
that's
go.
the thing, you don't want normal. In an occasion like that, you don't want normal. You want to stand out.
Gordon
You're going.
has spoken. It is a normal dress.
Next we have Victoria Justice wearing Yusuf.
Let's see. Oh Jesus.
I mean, she kind of.
I love it.
She kind of looks like the Great Gatsby exploded.
beaded. Yeah, it's very beaded.
But I kinda like it.
I kind of like
like
it.
it.
Let me see more.
I think
Okay.
and something like that, how
don't
it's
like
beaded and the
it.
pattern plays well with
I don't
her
like
shape and
anything
form.
today.
So it actually is
a player
flattering.
hater.
Gives her more shape. I like it.
And next we have Lori Loughlin wearing Gucci.
No.
No.
I
No.
hate it too.
That is Grandma's comforter.
Grandma's curtains, for God's
Yeah.
sake.
I just
Okay.
okay. I like the print. I just
No.
don't think it's well.
No.
Like it's
No.
fits
Just
well.
move on. Just move on.
All right, last one.
That's the ugliest.
Last we have my girls, Fifth Harmony, slaying the red carpet.
Let me see.
Oh, they look
yes.
good.
All of them.
They look good.
Glass.
Nude, cohesive look. It just looks really great.
Yeah.
They put some effort in
No,
as a
I'm
team.
getting-
Danesh?
I think it looks good as a cohesive unit. I think some of the individual pieces are not flattering and they should not be wearing them. But I don't want to point people out. Especially. Yeah,
Yeah. Oh,
I
I think
feel-
Allie looks great because she usually wears something that does not suit her body type.
Interesting that they look like a cohesive unit in their outfits, but Fifth Harmony is not a cohesive unit.
You know what?
Oh, snap.
Thank you, Tito, for today's midpoint.
Rude.
Their fourth
Did
harmony
they break
now.
up?
Yeah.
And talking point number 2, straight eye for the queer guy. And the straight guys too.
Wait, which? Straight eye or queer guy?
Straight guy.
Straight guy.
Straight guy.
Queer.
For
Queer eye. I don't know.
never mind.
Oh,
Doesn't
that
matter.
show's coming back on Netflix, I hear.
I know. Queer eye for the
Oh,
straight
nice.
guys. Yeah, weird.
I never
Okay.
watched it, so
Okay.
I like
Like
that show.
2003?
Yes.
Here is my question for you. And it comes because Esquire magazine did this thing, the 20 most common style mistakes men make.
Yes.
What do you think are mistakes that men make?
Name the top 20. Go.
Top 20. Oh my God, pressure. I think one of the biggest mistakes men have a tendency to do is they don't understand fit. They follow a trend because they think that that's what's sort of the trend of the moment and they want to do it. They either don't understand how it's supposed to fit their body or they don't understand how that trend doesn't fit their body. So I'll take an example, the skinny jeans. For a lot of men, skinny jeans is not a good idea. It shortens them if they're not a tall person, if their legs aren't specifically, like if they're more muscular or they're not really lean legs, it makes them look short. And they want to wear it and they don't really understand how to do it. The other side of things is people will see a trend and they'll say, oh, I can do that with stuff that's in my closet. And they'll just grab and put things together because it looks kind of like what they see, but it doesn't fit the style-wise, it doesn't fit what the trend is supposed to represent or show. So I think that is a big issue that people don't have, is they don't really understand how things are supposed to fit.
So what advice do you have for guys who are, fashion challenged?
Fashion challenged.
Leg Fred.
Don't skip
well,
like this.
see-
Sorry,
There's-
not sorry.
There's two issues with fashion challenge. Are they fashion challenged because they don't have an interest in fashion, or are they fashion challenged because they don't know how to do what they would like to do?
Or they're not comfortable
Yeah, those are two very
in
different.
The stuff that
Yeah,
They should
because a lot of people they would like to be, so they go and they. I'll take an example that I've seen a lot is we had this surgence of the sort of the casual dressy look where men would wear jeans with a dress shirt and a blazer, and
Literally what I'm going to wear for the next show.
yeah, and right, and people. It was like, oh, I can do this with what I have. And they would wear sort of a relaxed fit jean with a baggy dress shirt and a blazer. And they thought, I have this. It's a look that I can do. Sorry, I will look. Sorry. And the idea, the aesthetic behind it was you still want it to be formal. You still wanted it to be dressy. So the dress pant had to be a more tapered look. It was supposed to be it was basically a jean that was a dress pant. So a dark denim, very like more fitted, tapered look with a very tapered dress shirt. So you still look like professional, you have class, but you have a little element of casual that you're putting into the outfit. And that's something a lot of people missed. So they didn't understand the idea of fit. So that's something you really need to look at the style and understand, what is it trying to do? What are you trying to do with it? And realize how it's supposed to fit your body. Now, fitting your body is something that's really different because unfortunately some trends are not made for certain people, for certain body types, for shapes. It's harder to do, but you can find sort of an in-between where you can sort of touch that look without necessarily going full on board.
So actually, at an upcoming show, I think we should have like you and Doug sort of.
Oh, dude.
I style you, you
yeah,
style me.
yeah, all right.
I think
that would be a great idea.
Okay, that'll be coming up.
That would be a great idea.
That'll be coming up, not today, but another day. I did have a question though about underwear, because the Daily Beast ran an article called "Why Straight Men Have a Sexy Underwear Problem." Do straight men have a sexy underwear problem?
I think
What are you
so,
wearing?
yes.
What are you
Calvin
wearing?
Klein boxer briefs.
What color?
Do we want to? Am I supposed to show them right now? What's happening?
You didn't even watch the show.
They can't.
Boxer briefs. But according to the article, boxer briefs are sort of the
I think they're the standard for men.
the standard for men.
Yeah.
But what about sexier underwear? And how straight men kind of shy away from it, but gay guys kind
Well, I
of...
think it probably has. What do you think?
I think in general, this is what I think. I feel like in general, straight guys, and this might be a big stereotype or whatever, but I feel like there's a lot of straight guys who are scared or afraid to look good or
Look gay.
fitted or have
look
nice
gay,
things
yeah.
or whatever because they don't want to look gay or seem gay or have gay guys hit on them or it's this big I know, but you don't because you're very comfortable with your sexuality, but a lot of them aren't, and they're like, oh my god, I don't want to look like a gay guy or whatever.
You know what? No, I don't think that's it.
Right?
Gordon and
By
Doug.
gay guy,
what are-
I would use a much vile word, but I wouldn't. You know what I mean? They just
I
don't
don't
want to
think
look
that's it.
"Ugh,"
Because
you know?
if we're talking underwear, it's not like, oh, I better wear something unflattering
Yeah, it's a
so that gay
comfort
guys
situation for me.
don't, whatever, because they're not going to see my underwear.
but they don't
generally. But no, I think what it is is we have no fucking idea what women think is sexy.
Right, 'cause,
we have
yeah,
a very
that's
clear
true,
idea
too.
of what we think is sexy for women's underwear. Right? Well, whatever.
Yeah,
Gordon,
some girls
I
are
can't speak
picky
for
about
Gordon,
that.
but I couldn't say what I think women would find sexy in terms of underwear.
Gordon, you said it's a comfort issue.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I like boxers.
Like loose boxers.
Yeah.
It's such a dude thing. Like,
I
it's not
would
about
die.
comfort. We're talking about being sexy
They get
for
all
someone
bunched
else.
up.
Ew,
Like, that's
I
not
would-
comfortable.
I can't.
Well, see, the thing
Well,
for me is,
well, we're different people.
and I'm wearing
I'm
wearing
just
Calvin
saying,
Klein
like, it's
boxer
so
briefs,
weird.
but I think the big trend, like Mark Wahlberg sort of, when he had his ad with Calvin Klein, was the breakout for men's underwear, and everyone was sort of, and I think that's why boxer briefs, specifically Calvin Klein, I'm not trying to plug them or anything, that's why they picked up so much, was because all of a sudden it was the only underwear that was kind of cool, because
Well, and it's
like tidy
sexier
whities
than-
weren't tidy whities were like kind of awkward. You weren't supposed to show them off, and like men weren't supposed to have like,
like your
wearing
dad's
thongs or
underwear
or
kind of
anything
thing.
like that. So it was the first time that it was sort of acceptable to wear something a little bit, and it was a little sexy. So I think men just ran with it. But I think that in general for men, the use of underwear has never been sexualized. So why do we need sexy underwear? Like most guys are just trying to get it off as quick as possible. We're not showing it off. We're not doing it, we're not strutting or showing off. I think there's a sexuality with women's lingerie that's there for men, which is why that industry is so big, I think.
Do women not want sexy
Oh, they
underwear on their
probably
men?
do. They
I don't
probably
know, but we don't know. I've never had somebody say like, "Oh, baby, you know what would look so good on you."
The
You know
other
what I
reason is,
mean?
do we not know because the fashion industry has never talked about it, has never showed it? Like, what do we know about what women want in that case? Do women really want to be wearing
Like
sexy
what's
lingerie
an
all day long too?
what's an example of that?
I
Is
think
it
they
like,
don't.
Is it supposed to be a thong or whatever? Like 'cause,
No one should wear a thong, gay or straight.
But like nice fitted, like Calvin Klein
No
underwear.
one should wear a
It's
thong.
like, I don't know.
I don't
feel
know, like how
women,
Australians call
if there are
flip-flops
guys
thongs.
wearing like, if their boyfriend's wearing briefs or something, and they're the type of girl that's like, oh, that's too gay, like that's another thing because.
Well, that's like I feel like that's a problem with the relationship.
Maybe the answer is to not wear anything at all.
Okay.
Researchers at the University of London have found that being naked makes you happy in the long run. The more time you spend naked, the happier you are in the long run.
I thought people in London were pretty uptight anyway.
in
It's weird that
fact-
they were naked at all.
And in fact, seeing other people naked makes you even happier than if you are naked.
I feel
I
like
don't
that
know
was
about
very
that part.
clear. What do you,
I don't know about
everyone always wants to see everyone naked. That's
No.
just been a thing
False.
since the start of
being
time.
naked,
Why would that?
does being naked make you happy? If you're at home,
Yes.
Yes.
How, no, you see, there's a degree of it, right? If I'm home alone by myself, I feel like there's a dangerous territory to get into here. I don't generally like being completely naked, but like, for example, I sleep with boxer briefs or whatever underwear I have on. I'm not a completely naked kind of guy. I like there to be just some sort of like security of like, whatever, the house is on fire, I have to run outside. I'm not totally naked, whatever, but,
well, if I could, I would be naked right now. And that would make me happy. I don't
the
know about
internet,
everybody
man.
else.
Do whatever you want.
But it would make me happy.
No.
Okay, endpoints. Gordon.
Yeah. Rest in peace to World Star Q, the creator of World Star Hip Hop. He brought me many fight compilations and unsigned artists. So, rest in peace.
Rest in peace. And Matt and Doug are
Wait, I
sweet
forgot
nothing.
the name of who I had the endpoint about.
John
Diagonally.
Yes.
Wait, John who?
John Hurt. That's who
I
you were
literally
saying.
just said it in your ear.
Okay, oh my god, sorry, but just because I only know him as Ollivanders from Harry Potter, but rest in peace, John Hurt.
May you be remembered forever.
Frankly, I'm Mary Tyler Moore. She meant so much to me as a kid watching her show and everything she did since. So rest in peace, Mary Tyler Moore as well.
And can I do
Yeah,
a really
yeah,
quick
yeah.
one? We touched on it earlier on the show, but I just want to reiterate at the end. So proud of all of the women and supporters who went out to all of these marches and these protests and things like that around the world. Keep doing that, keep supporting, keep taking actual action, make things happen, call people, do things. This is important. This is a very important time. It's like I'm sure that you guys have seen the the thing online that said that they came for the Muslims, and we
Right,
said, not this
right,
time, motherfucker.
right,
You
yeah.
know what I mean? Like, this is the time to stand up and say what we need to say.
Tito, Bop of the Week.
Ooh, this is such a good one. It just came out on Friday. There's a video. It's Martin Garrix featuring Dua Lipa again. And it's
Love
called,
Dua Lipa.
She's so good. Scared to Be Lonely is what it's called, and it's so good. You guys have to check it out. She's coming to Toronto next month, and I'm so excited to see her live.
I want to give a plug. A number of people asked me where I got the T-shirt. It's a company called Ray Gun out of Des Moines, Iowa.
It's holding a ray gun.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, holding a ray gun. Watch out, Donald. This one is armed. Try to grab this. Their website is thegreateststoreinttheuniverse.com. So if you are interested in the shirt, check them out. While you're on the internets, check us out as well at thepointguys.com. All of our
Net.
God, thepointguys.net. Check us out at thepointguys.net. All of our stuff is there, all of the back episodes, all of that.
That's it. We got to start the show again from the
Yeah, I
top.
know. YouTube, subscribe to us. We are so close to having our own URL on YouTube, so please subscribe. You can also subscribe to us on iTunes for the audio podcast, and our crowdfunding site is back on Patreon at patreon.com/thepointguys. Thank you very much. Thank you, Danesh.
It was my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
And always, we have a new show every Tuesday, so we will see you next Tuesday on The Point.